Good morning.
Morning.
Hey,
There's my way.
Also, she just did an impression of a little bird with one hand.
That was just back at you from the greeting you gave the wake-up call listeners.
Yeah, that's true.
That was just
That's
back
my
at you.
general hi, good morning. Wayne, good morning.
Good morning, young man.
Alex.
Morning.
And Tyler.
Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. I want to talk about a charity event really quickly before we start the show. And it's an annual fish fry and carnival put on by the Lions Club. And it is a free event, and it helps a bunch of charities, including Children's Hospital of Orange County. Friday, June 3rd, Saturday, June 4th, Sunday, June 5th at Lions Park. And it's been around for 75 years. No, it's put on by this group, not the Lions Park is where it's at. And it's a whole day, fish dinners, 3 days, carnival rides, games, rock and blues, bands, booths, all of it. 75 years they've been doing this, and it's great fun to help the charities. I'm going to be there. I don't know which day I'm going to be there, but you'll recognize me. I'll be the bald guy wearing a mask and wearing a $15 Costco Hawaiian shirt. So I'll be very easy to spot.
And possibly white socks and black shoes or mandals.
Yeah, and shorts.
And shorts.
Yeah, that's it. That's me. So anyway, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, June 3rd, 4th, and 5th, Lions Park. And it's just 75 years this group has been doing this. And fish fry. Okay, and that's fried fish.
Right.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. There you are. And Tyler's shaking his head, that's early for you to shake your head. You know that, Tyler?
I've come to find it's never too early with you, Bill.
There we go. All right, guys, a lot going on today, as usual. The baby formulas arrived. As a matter of fact, Handle on the News with Jennifer, Wayne, and me. That's our lead story.
No milk today, my love has gone away.
Oh, good song. Military airplane, the C-17, that massive cargo airplane, is, I don't know if that's the biggest plane, that or the Galaxy 5. I don't know which is the bigger plane. But anyway, we had talked about private aircraft. You remember with the contracts for the Department of Defense to bring infant formula over from Europe? No airplanes were available, so the president started using cargo planes, which I thought were going to be U.S. Air Force. And the first 78,000 pounds of formula has arrived. Bought it in Switzerland, flew it out, trucked it to Germany, and flew it out. I have no idea. Maybe there's an airport not big enough for the C-17 in Switzerland. No idea. But anyway, it arrived in Indianapolis, and that's the very first start. And you know how usually ridiculous the names of various operations are. You know, Operation, we're going to fly higher than anybody else, Desert Storm, Desert Flyby, whatever the hell they were. This is Operation Fly Formula. Okay, how is that for a clever name?
Now, I heard a rumor, Bill, that there's something interesting about this load of baby formula, and I heard a rumor, separate rumor, that at 7:20, you are going to explain what that is.
Oh, yes, I will. And there's a lot to it also. It's a special kind of formula. It's not going to stores. I'll explain all that. It's still going to not be in stores for weeks for those people that are buying regular formula. I'll explain the whole thing to you. There's a lot. And it's really unfortunate. A lot of moving pieces.
Well, President Biden has announced 12 countries have now signed on to a new trade pact. He says this new Indo-Pacific economic framework will help the U.S. more closely with Asian economies to improve supply chains, digital trade, clean energy, and anti-corruption efforts.
The United States is deeply invested in the Indo-Pacific. We're committed to the long haul.
Now, the pact does not include Taiwan, which is a major supplier of computer chips. And I think we can't go on without talking about Taiwan and the fact that the president also said that the U.S. would get involved militarily should China try and take on Taiwan. He was asked by this reporter while he was in Japan if the U.S. would get involved with the military in defending the island nation?
Yes,
You are.
that's the commitment we made. That's the commitment we made.
Now, of course, Biden's comments drew a sharp response from the mainland. You had a Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson who said, don't underestimate the resolve for China to protect its territorial integrity. China has claimed Taiwan is a rogue province.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. Complete gaffe. Took the senior advisors by storm. I mean, just flipped them out. They didn't know.
Isn't this like the third time, though, that he's made some comments
Yes.
about defending Taiwan,
Yes.
and then his staff has had to go, no, what he actually meant. I mean,
Yeah,
the
or he had to.
clarification.
Well, I mean, look at the difference. Ukraine, which is under bombardment, a real humanitarian issue going on. The United States will not get involved militarily other than ship arms and invoke the sanctions. Taiwan, which also is not part of any treaty, we're going to protect them, like the Article 5 of NATO. The president said, yeah, we're going to go to war. We're going to defend Taiwan.
Did he mean? I think did he just not understand that what he was asked was direct U.S. military presence in Taiwan, and he thought it was more general support or military support,
I
like
don't
what we're
know.
doing with
I don't know.
Ukraine.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
He was answering like a
I
different
don't know. When he
question.
went on, when he went on to say, and we're going to kick the fried rice out of every single. He didn't say that.
No.
No.
Listen again to what he said. So
I thought he had.
here's the question.
Yes,
You are.
that's the commitment we made.
Yeah, but I need to hear the question.
Okay, so the question was, from this reporter, it was a CBS reporter who said, would the U.S. get involved militarily in defending the island nation from an attack?
Now you could say
Okay,
that,
that's too broad.
That is too broad. When you think we're doing the same thing with Ukraine, quote, militarily supplying military arms.
That's what
and
I
goods.
wonder if
Yeah,
that's what
the
he
way
meant.
they're going to come back. That's how they're going to spin it.
It's perfectly legitimate that that's what he
Yeah,
meant.
but took everybody.
So everybody's freaking out over a question that wasn't worded specifically enough
except-
to warrant this freak out.
Except you know what he was actually saying. It was a
No,
gaffe.
we don't.
Yes, we do. We'll be back. This is where you're wrong and I'm right. We'll be right back. Jennifer, you want to take it from here?
Sure. More kids could soon be protected against COVID-19. Pfizer just revealed overnight its vaccine is 80% effective in kids 6 months to 5 years old after 3 doses. As we were just talking about, President Biden is vowing to defend Taiwan if China invades. He admits he'd be willing to use some sort of military force if it comes to that. And a couple in Wisconsin's out of the hospital after being attacked by a bear. They say the animal broke into their home Friday night as their kids were sleeping. They had opened the window to yell at the bear after they saw it eating out of a bird feeder. Your SoCal weather from KFI is mostly sunny today, highs from the mid-60s at the beaches to the upper 80s inland. By the way, your weather is brought to you by the Driveway.com Weather Center. This report is brought to you by Arco, quality top-tier gas for less, now with a credit card. Let's get a look at that drive on the 215.
That's migrating Riverside on the southbound side near University. It's a truck that lost its trailer, and that has the left lane taken right now. 215 southbound, not looking too crazy bad for your drive. Northbound side is where it is going to be heavy for you as you come out of the Moreno Valley area. Northbound side of the 215, leaving Moreno Valley from Eucalyptus, passing the 60 toward UCR on the Riverside interchange. Definitely busy for you there. Got an update on this problem or anything else slowing you down? Pound 250 on your cell phone. Keyword KFI traffic, westbound side of the 91, Riverside through Corona. Heavy stretches of slowing for you overall from before Magnolia to the 241 Toll Road. KFI in the Sky helps get there faster. I'm Nick Poliokini.
All right, if you've been thinking about selling your house because maybe something awesome just happened in your life, you are having a baby, you just got your dream job, and it's in, let's say, Utah. How in the world are you going to sell your house, or how are you going to buy a house that fits your big growing family? You just go to opendoor.com. This is going to be the easiest stress-free way to sell your house. When you go to opendoor.com, you just put in your address, give them a little info about your house, the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, that kind of thing. Within minutes, you're going to get an offer for your home. And the best part is, you're not going to have to do the repairs yourself. You're not going to have to do the prep work yourself. And you're not going to have all those strangers running through your house and you have to keep it perfect for the listing and showing. With opendoor.com, you just sell your house to them. It is so easy. I went through the process. Not only did I get my offer in minutes, but it was for more than I was expecting for my house. So sell your home the new fashioned way, the stress-free way at opendoor.com/KFI. Offer eligibility varies. Open Door is represented by Open Door Brokerage Inc., license number 0206113 in California, and Open Door Brokerage LLC in its other markets. Sell your home the new fashioned way at opendoor.com/KFI.
Arco now takes credit cards. They know, total game changer. They'll give you a moment to process the news. And time. Stop by a station today and see for yourself. Arco, quality top-tier gas for less, now with a credit card. See arco.com for details.
This report is sponsored by WDC Kitchen and Bath Center.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. In 2022, where is your best chance at finding the appliances you need at the best price, in stock, and ready to deliver? WDC Kitchen and Bath Center. Go to WDCappliances.com, WDCappliances.com.
Saving money feels pretty good. All states. Better protection costs a whole lot less. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
Accident attorneys. My name's Denise. How can I help you? Hi. I just got into an accident earlier today, and the car ran a red light and hit me pretty hard. I'm having a lot of back pain and head pain. Car's really damaged too. I just didn't know what to do. I've heard you guys all over the radio, so I wanted to give you a call. Well, I'm so sorry to hear you're going through this today. I'm really glad you called us, and we'll make sure you're taken care of.
Getting seriously hurt in an accident is a terrifying experience. After you've called 911, let Sweet James Accident Attorneys be your next call. The award-winning attorneys at Sweet James have devoted their lives to helping victims of injuries after an accident. That's all they do. They are there to answer the call and help you get the medical treatment needed while they ensure you get the best compensation possible. Pay nothing until they win. Call anytime. 800-500-5200, 800-500-5200, or sweetjames.com if you've been injured. You gotta call Sweet James.
Hey, kiddo, ready to catch that movie?
Almost. Wallet, phone, keys, mask. Yep, all set.
Man, that's not required, is it?
No, but it's gonna be busy and crowded, so I'll feel better with it on.
Deep right? It is open at night. Let me grab mine.
Nice. You passed the vibe check, Dad.
Wearing a mask when it can help protect you and others is just one way to keep each other safer. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
There's passionate disagreement as to how to deal with homelessness. Most people agree you should not rub your groin against others without their consent.
What is the passionate disagreement when your policies have led to thousands of people dying in the streets?
They won't admit that, though.
John and Ken.
The people are dead. We'll blame you.
We gave it too.
I gave a lot of tax money. They said they were going to fix this. They didn't fix it. It got worse.
On KFI.
KFI AM 640. Bill Handel here. Monday morning, May 23rd. We continue Handel on the news with Jennifer Jones-Lee, Wayne, and me.
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky made a virtual speech on the first day of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, where he urged the world to impose the maximum sanctions on Russia. He wants a complete oil embargo. He wants every single bank blocked. He wants all trade with Russia completely cut off. That's getting into cutting off our noses to spite our face. Globally speaking, these are the things that we have not had an appetite to do because of the level of harm it brings on ourselves.
Have you noticed what's missing in his statement? What
military soldiers on the ground,
boots on the ground from everybody, the no-fly zone, asking for additional arms because they're coming in like crazy, and he is asking for, in many cases, straight-out money, saying that it's costing Ukraine $5 billion a month. And so, for example, the European Union has offered almost $20 billion. That's 4 months. We have offered $40 billion. That's 8 months. So as this thing goes on, and it becomes backburner stuff, because you get fatigued. You know, the news cycle goes on. There's new news coming up. So for Ukraine, this has to end very quickly in order for them to get out of it. It keeps on going and going, and Russia can keep on going and just throw arms and people or soldiers at it, and they haven't yet mobilized like countries do during full wars. Ukraine doesn't have the ability to mobilize the way Russia does. And Putin is actually, it's interesting how Putin has not gone balls to the wall on this.
Would you care to speculate on why? Assuming he can, I'm not so sure he can. But assuming he can, would you want to speculate as to why he's not?
Yeah, I think if he does, it may trigger a war with the Western allies, the United States. It's because he's willing to do it, and it's going to scare Finland and Sweden and Moldova and other countries, Lithuania, Estonia, that are in that area, and they are now going to mobilize. So we've got a real problem here. It's not just Ukraine. It's the rest of it. Let's move on. We'll talk about that later. We can spend 20 minutes on that alone.
All right, Pfizer now says 3 small doses of its COVID-19 vaccine protect kids under 5. This all came out overnight. The drug maker says it plans to give the data to U.S. regulators this week. And it's 18 million kids right now under 5 who are the only group in the U.S. not yet eligible for the COVID-19 vaccination.
Well, this is 80% effective. So people are going, it's still, that's not as effective as we want it yesterday, because maybe 80% effective in terms of getting COVID, only 80%. But the hospitalizations and deaths drop dramatically. And I'll talk more about that a little bit later on. There's a lot to this, unfortunately. And people just don't want to vaccinate, particularly their kids. Which I would think kids particularly would want to vaccinate.
Oh, parents, a lot of parents that I have spoken with are happy